Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo and this is the Imperial British campaign. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. We are having rather a good time at the moment with a magnificent invasion here in Italy. I've noticed that the French have also landed themselves up here and are slowly liberating parts of this. I was warned about capitulating Italy because if we capitulate Italy, France may get immediately re-annexed by Germany and then become Vichy France, which would give them the French Navy. And the French Navy is still 91 vessels. So that could cause some problems for our international naval strategy. I believe there were some French ships stationed over in the east. Hopefully, if that does happen, the Navy will be blocked in Europe. Sorry, I'm just clearing my throat for a second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's finish crushing our way through Italy. We're so close. We've broken their line in numerous places. Let's keep them pinned down here. Let's keep some back up here. Just don't let them retreat. Okay, we've broken them there. And there we go. Not 2 minutes into the episode. Look at that pocket. That pocket's amazing. That is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we're pushing them even further back. Up here, widening that gap. Now all we have to do is close up this pocket. So let's get to that. Obviously, these attacks aren't going to go well initially, but they don't have any organization regen, so they will start to go well eventually. Look at this. In fact, they're already going well. Look at that supply penalty. Crippling enemy attack values here. That's absolutely beautiful. That is a lot of pocketed divisions. We'll see exactly how many perish. Wow, 12 million Germans, I think, perished in the previous episode. We're not even attacking Germany. Look at that. Absolutely spectacular. What's the manpower situation like right now? Yeah, 0 manpower on Italy, 300,000 on Germany, and they're at scraping the barrel. And they've got all of freaking the USSR occupied. We're going to absolutely trash them, and I love it. Okay, so, I mean, good defensive line against Germany if we're not planning on doing an immediate push into Germany itself, which we're not. What might well happen, excuse me, once Italy falls, is this front has significantly diminished troops defending it, and we might see a push into the Balkans. If we can push all the way to the Alps, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Let's make sure, however, that we don't muck up here. We need to keep some men staying on this northern border. Even more military factories coming through. Do we actually have an infantry regiment shortage? It seems very unlikely. No, that's risen substantially since I last looked. Give me... I mean, yeah, honestly, give me a bunch more factories. In fact, yeah, you know what? Give me just a ton more factories on this conversion job, because it doesn't take any resources to run. So it's the perfect thing for us to spend loads of resources, loads of factories, that is to say, on right now, I think. Why am I suddenly so short on aluminium? Is someone... Yeah, the Americans. Wow, by 100? What's wrong with you? That's outrageous. Why is my trade influence tanked? It's 300, that's high. But they're only willing to send me half as much as they were before. That's insane. Well, there's some to be captured here in Croatia, at least. But that's outrageous. Hey, Greece, you send me some. I wonder why that's happening. Anyway, we will keep up our offensives here. America? I saved you from Mexico, remember? Let's keep this push going north if we can. Don't think we need to do much in the way of fancy encirclements now. We've got their numbers sufficiently diminished that I don't think it's even necessary anymore. But we probably should anyway. But I want to focus on closing this for now. You guys launch an attack in there. There we go. Alright, the Hivaliland Vampire has been invented. Let's build a variant of that and see what we're looking like. How much? Okay, it's cheaper on No, it's the same expense on aluminium, but it's also going to take a whole load of tungsten. Okay. So with maxed out engine, we can get up to 90 agility compared to 108. So it is lower agility. It's quite a bit more expensive. I'm tempted to not build them. I mean, we can get them fully reliable and add weapons, but that lowers their agility. And I remember being told many times, agility is king. So, do we want to build these? I'm not convinced we do. They're more expensive. The reason they have lots less agility, I think, part of it anyway, is they don't get the bonuses from that company. Their air superiority value is 1-1. Their air defense is 18. They have higher air defense. Much higher air attack. Well, 8 higher. But does the speed matter? I don't know that the speed matters. And we'd kill our production efficiency. Let's start building... Why? Oh, yeah, right. I forgot that was bugged. Let's start building some... But I'm not switching all of my factories over. Why don't we reduce on Lancasters a bit? Because they're so expensive on aluminium. Why are factories not going to this? Because this is below the comet. Okay. So we'll just switch them off the comet. Do that. Cool. Make sure we haven't accidentally put any onto infantry equipment at the bottom. Cool. Well, we'll start building some, and then we'll see. We'll see. We're breaking them all the way along the line here. Excellent. And obviously the pocket is nicely closing up. Beautiful, beautiful thing. They're having a little bit of trouble pushing in here. Let's give them another angle. Yep, and suddenly it's going much more successfully. That's what I like to see. Tech-wise, long-range attack bombers would be good for the fighting the Japanese fleet. As would submarine operations, though, so let's get that done. Okay, they're bulking up on this front line. I won't say they're not. So we will take them seriously. This is what we're going to do. We're going to not advance from here, which leaves us a lovely plains tile and then a hills tile to be able to attack forwards again with a determined tank offensive and then encircle them around Bologna and Genoa kind of area. So that should work. Meanwhile, over in the east, we're holding, barely in some cases, in that low supply region. We are having some issues, but it's okay. We're holding, that's what matters. They have driven us back a tile here. It's not ideal. Supply here could take another tank. So, another tank I shall provide. Yes, and you guys, I would love to fall back one tile into our prepared fort and shortening this front line nicely. There we go. Good. Make sure you stay there, though. Under fire! Stop that. Stop that, please. Stop it. Thank you. Okay, good. Meanwhile, over in Italy, our air superiority is being challenged. We would have lost a lot of CAS here. This is going to hurt. Yeah, we lost 370 CAS there. But Italy must have, like, no planes now. Yeah, 2,000. Wow. And Germany is losing planes rapidly as well. Meanwhile, how many fighters am I losing over here now? Not many. Good. Okay, so intercept is working extremely well over the Balkans. We will switch up our intercept fighter deployment to also cover the Balkans once more. Good, because as we've seen, that's really going very well. Okay, there we go. Driven them back from another tile. Let's get some more infantry pressure on here. Another offensive in here. Good. Just slowly closing up these pockets. To some people, by the way, this kind of many-line frontline thing might look ugly. To me, it looks beautiful because it means to me that we've got a pocket. I so heavily associate that in my mind with having accomplished a fantastic pocket that I like it. It fills me with joy. Okay, crushing them in. Got them down to almost one province. Relentless attack has meant they've had no time to regain any organization. Okay, let's get in here as well. We appear to have 2 attacks on the same province. Okay, there we go. There's some overruns. Let's take a look at that fight. We've got is this the Central armies? No, we've got the Spanish armies currently fighting here. Where's the casualties? Where's the casualties? It's 4,000. That can't have been it. Where's the big fight? Maybe it was in the Central region. No huge casualty counts. But this fight here, oh baby. Let's get that started. This one, just everyone attack here. This one is going to have the casualty count. Okay, here we go. They're not launching too many external attacks anymore. We're looking at 80 reserves. As well as the various ones trying to launch an attack out here, I think. Alright, attack from every angle. Max frontage, no problem. We're taking no damage from their CAS. 70 reserves, 6 deployed. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to really hurt. Down to 66 reserves now. And there's more trying to retreat in from the right. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. They don't even have a commander. I guess their commander got injured or they're in there replacing him, something like that. It looks like they're trying to open up this pocket from the north, but my glorious tank is seeing them off in short order. Look at that. That was a great victory. Let's see. How many casualties did they take there? They took 2,000 casualties to my 50 as a single glorious armored division. Just saw them off. That was lovely. Keep on coming. Let's be having you. Oh, there we go. Okay, show me the casualties. 700,000 people. 702,190, as well as 325 pieces of armor and 67.7 thousand pieces of equipment were lost. Attackers' casualties, 1,900. The mountains of Latium have been cleansed. All right, you invaders. I have a new mission for you. We're going to launch attacks towards Nice and thereby cut off Italian troops from reinforcement from inside Italy. If they are in France, they'll have to go all the way around, which should cause them some problems. And you guys can land on Toulon. There we go. Good. How's Crimea, by the way? Yes. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, we'll abandon the Crimea. I've been a little bit laser focused on Italy right now. I hope, understandably. Right, yeah, all of you tanks, get on this front line. And all the infantry should now be moving to this front line. We've got 24 assigned. He does indeed. Good. Okay, yeah, we'll be leaving now. Thank you for your time. You've been a wonderful audience, Crimea. We'll be back, maybe, at some point. Probably from the east, or no, more likely the west, actually. Or we might do another naval invasion later. Paraguay, expeditionaries, that's fine. Oh god, the expeditionary army I sent over here is almost all dead. Jesus. Meanwhile, these guys, I think, have taken no casualties. Good. Well, you guys can assist with my naval invasion over here. Let's be having you... you can probably launch from slightly further away. Let's be having you down here. No, not by land. Oh god, it's lagging a bit. And the rest of you... I mean, honestly, why don't you just fight and die for Sevastopol? That seems fine. I have no other particularly good use for you, so that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right. Calabria is getting some resistance, right? Yes. We can sort that with port garrisons, most likely. Meanwhile, in the north, they are pressing on us rather hard. You guys were leaving. We could bring up some tanks. I think will be the quickest way to put a stop to that pressure. You guys can... Well, I don't want them to leave because I don't want the first bit of the tank push to be into forest. I'd rather be going straight into these plains here. And yeah, meanwhile on Connor, I have every faith that our tank division will see them off once more. Good. A wild ace appears. More war support. Not that we need it. Excellent. Just turn the music up slightly. There we go. Okay, you guys all trained up? Yep, more or less. Good. Well, I could do with a mountaineer army right about now. We're obviously having supply issues here, so they won't be missed over here. So what I'm going to do is bring them over here and then have them invade and see if we can take up to the Alps. That seems good to me. And I will support them with half of the armoured... I keep doing it from different ports out of habit. We'll support them with the armoured invasion corps. Half part of it, anyway. Which is you guys. So half of you. Going to go from Taranto straight onto Venice. Half of those guys are going to go from Taranto straight onto Trieste. Nice. And the other half of you, once I sit down here, I'm going to go from here up onto Marseille. Good. And then a few of those guys can go from here straight to here, giving us a little bit more of a nice spread on that coast there. Looks good. D-Day has taken place with a meager American attack, it looks like. Some Americans are being convoy raided as they come over here, but we have at least got plenty of ships present to push them off, even if their efficiency is allegedly rubbish. I don't really understand that efficiency calculation, as I've said, but what are you going to do? You guys should be assigned to these. I don't know why you got unassigned. Probably because you were in combat when you were trying to take to the sea or something has mucked you up. But that's okay. You guys can retreat back out. Ooh, that's a huge German force that has shown up on the front line now to replace the old encircled one. Italy is down to not very many divisions. Germany, on the other hand, still has a Christ ton, but they do only have 100,000 manpower left. So I think this campaign is about to get rather easy. You guys get yourselves out of there. Okay. Another wild ace appears. Good. Yeah, I think this campaign is about to become much, much easier as we start to see German division strength tanking. Because however much you buff them, they aren't going to get more manpower. And yeah, we're holding fine on this Italian line now. Let's throw up anti-air. Yeah, let's throw up anti-air. Should be good. We're going to... if we need to do a grinding war against the Germans, I'm more than prepared to do that. I think this all looks good. I'll let the people assemble for these new naval invasions against Italy. And if they ever relent on their offensive here, which we have plenty of supply to handle. Not plenty, we're at the limit, but we're not over the supply limit, which is a breath of fresh air compared to the Balkan front. We're doing very well on our supply here now. Bottleneck being just local infrastructure, yeah, to be expected. Could crank it a bit more here, and in fact will. We're seeing some red fights here. Yeah, it's going to require some unit cycling if we are to avoid... Excuse me, just retreat and then come back. Thank you. It's going to require some unit cycling if we are to not break on this line, but even if they drove us back several steps here, it wouldn't be a big concern in the slightest. We could just take it back, and we're obviously advancing via naval invasion, so speed 4, speed 5 is reckless. We have weakened our defenses in the south here a bit, but it looks like we are holding fine. Another round of sub tech seems good. Let's take a look at the navy just real quick here. We got a bunch of new carriers. Good. I think the main fleet already has its 4 modern carriers. It does indeed, which means these two can switch over to the Med fleet, and then the 2 outdated carriers currently present in the Mediterranean fleet can be split out and thrown into this reserve. You guys should also probably be on just strike force for now. That's fine. Actually, let's have you on naval invasion support in these regions, and I will spread you just a little bit. You guys should be on patrol. I will... Biscay is not vital. I mean, there is a lot of steel running through Biscay right now. Do I have the convoys to ban it? And does this hurt the supply in Greece? Let's find out on the daily tick. 55 and 47 are the front lines there. Okay, they've driven us back another step here, which I am not at all comfortable with. Let's see them off there. In fact, we already have seen them off there, looks like. Good work. Good work. Yeah, gotta be unit cycling here, or we're gonna have real trouble. Looks like we've got a moment of respite in on Connor. Perhaps tank offensive here might bear fruit. Let's have a look. With 160 width, yeah, we're definitely going to break them there, I think. The Vickers Valiant, on the other hand, compared to the Lincoln, this one is actually, I believe, just a strict upgrade. It actually even uses less aluminium, so I will be doing a hard shift on that. First off, of course, I will want a variant. We'll go with max bombing, and then just fix it up a bit in a few other areas, I think. Don't want the reliability getting too low. We'll decommission the old one so I don't accidentally switch to that. And hey, Lincoln, my boy. I want to switch that over. Lovely. You guys are retreating in the wrong direction, as tanks I sometimes want to do, but we have broken them here. Good. And fully re-established our position in the original spots down here. Good. Okay. Oh, a Venetian invasion is... Sorry, an American invasion is taking some land up here. I'll wait for that to be kicked out, and then once they think they're safe, I'll launch my own much stronger invasion. And they shall suddenly deeply regret ever feeling safe. Okay, you guys. Ready to go, I think. No, my armored invaders are not yet in position. Sevastopol did fall. Yes, sir. With no survivors, tragically. Oh, no, 3 survivors from the mini army. That's okay, you guys can go and be port defenders down in Italy. If you'd be so good. Thank you very much. Okay, and we're looking fine on this front. Still needing some cycling. That's just the nature of the beast. Very, very weak Italian defenses around here, but obviously I want personal occupation over this land, so I will wait for them to be kicked out so that we're the ones that get that. Hey, America, would you actually give me control of states? No, I didn't imagine that they would. But worth checking. Okay, next up. Probably Special Forces training? No, we should... Oh, God, I don't have the final recon company. No wonder I keep seeing my tactics getting countered. Good God. 14 Raider MK3 is not an outdated piece of equipment. So why are you showing it as here? Excuse me. Decommission it. Recommission it. Weird. Don't know why it's doing that. On boats, we've finished building our CVs, so now we're just powering into screens, which is obviously costing us a lot of steel. A bit more from China, perhaps. A bit more from Chile. Looking good. Okay. We are losing some fights here, which is not what I like to see, obviously. Perhaps a tank added into this one could turn the tide. But again, much of this area, if we lost a few steps, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not where the real action is. It's not where it's not going to be the fulcrum of our victory. On this front, an Italian capitulation would leave these guys in a very bad supply situation. It would only be Barcelona they could bring stuff through, and we could orchestrate a heavy, heavy raiding campaign that would make that an untenable situation. So I think we're fine on that front. Once Italy capitulates, I think we may be able to wipe out all these guys. If we want to be doing a wipeout campaign, though, we're going to need tanks. Where can I spare tanks? Well, what do I got here? I've got 19 tanks, but that's all the way out. That's all the tanks? No, it's just the tanks up to here. Some of which are very much needed, though. Let's switch up that tank deployment a bit. Yeah, we can't afford to move these guys out of here. It's a very fierce offensive we're experiencing over here in near Bucharest. Germans really pressing on us there. Probably going to take a few tiles, but as I've said, not my highest concern right now. Meanwhile, at sea in the east, the mining is going very well. The raiding is going superbly. We've been knocking out plenty of enemy convoys. They only have 60 convoys left. They have plenty of manpower. Germany, this push is about to start getting steadily weaker, never to reach its old heights again. We are also barreling our way towards the nuclear bomb, which is going to help a lot. Yeah, these Italian divisions now looking at, with that 0 manpower probably having persisted a while, Italian divisions are becoming paper-thin versions of their former selves. This front is going to melt before me as soon as I click my fingers. It's just going to evaporate. We're going to have an easy time pushing through there, I think, with those Italian divisions on such low strength. But all this and more in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a great pleasure. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.